Hello, everybody. Welcome to another session from Clat. In today's session, we'll be discussing the current affairs for Clat for the date 23 January 2023. The content includes 7 key concepts or topics, and finally, the quick news segment where we'll be discussing some important news in one line. First of all, we have the World Bank report, which says that we need at least $840 million to meet the growing demand for urban infrastructure in India. So, some other important details that we should know when we talk about the World Bank report are as follows. So, through Indian government, we have some schemes, and one of them is the Amrut. Amrut is nothing but the Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation, where they focus on key areas that include that every house should have the facility of running water. Secondly, there should be an effective system for sewage collection and management. Third, we must focus on the reduction of pollution and create a clean and green environment. There's also another yojana or scheme, that is the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, PMAY, which mainly aims on providing housing for all. Moving forward, the appointment of judges has been a news in recent times, and it's buzzing, and many people and many news articles have been written. So let us talk about two articles which talk about the appointment of judges. First of all, the Article 124(2), which talks about the appointment of Supreme Court judges, its procedure. It also says that the president appoints the judge, that is the oath taking ceremony, and all of that happens with the presence and by the president. Finally, it also states the retirement age, that is 65 years for a Supreme Court judge. Secondly, the same things has been mentioned for the High Court judge in the Article 217, where once again it's appointed by the president, and it talks about the High Court judge appointment, and the retirement age for High Court judges is 62 years. Thirdly, let's talk about the All India Conference of Directors General and Inspector General of Police. This is the 57th All India Conference. It was conducted in Delhi, and it was organized by the Intelligence Bureau. What they spoke about was the National Data Governance Framework, where they discussed on various methods on how they would be improving data collection by government. They also discussed on some obsolete laws. And here we have another vocabulary word. Obsolete means no longer useful because something better has been invented or put in use. So obsolete laws are nothing but old laws that we no longer use. Now let's talk about the target that we have, which is net zero carbon emissions by 2070. So this was committed by our Honorable Prime Minister in the year 2021, where they also mentioned that half of our electricity needs shall be fulfilled by non-fossil fuel sources. So we also have another topic under this, that is the sovereign green bonds. So this is launched for the very first time in India and by the RBI, that is the Reserve Bank of India, which launched the 5 years and 10 years bond, which are worth around 40 billion. Next, let's talk about the Pradhan Mantri Rashtriya Bal Puraskar 2023. This is awarded to 11 children for their exceptional achievements in the field of art and culture, sports, science, innovation, and many other fields, where one of them included a bravery award as well. This was conferred by our Honorable Prime President, Draupadi Murmu. Now, Israel protests. So this protest in Israel was against the government of Israel, wherein the government attempted to give the Israel parliament the power to overturn the Supreme Court's decision. So this protest was basically against this attempt of the Israel government. And there's one thing that might be asked in some exams, that is the Israel parliament is known as the Knesset. Next, what was the protest slogan? This also might prove to be important in the perspective of Clat. So, what the people or the people in the protest kept saying was, "Our children will not live in dictatorship." That is about Israel protests. Moving forward, let us talk about the Great Nicobar Islands mega infrastructure project. So, under this project, they've decided a diversion of forests. Why? For the construction of townships, transshipment ports, airports, and power plants. But there's one problem, that is that the Nicobar Island is a very eco-sensitive area. Let's talk more about this in the coming sessions as we get more information related to this mega infrastructure project and how it would be carried on. Coming to the last segment, that is quick news. We have two quick news here today. Machu Picchu has been very buzzing in the recent news, but then about what is happening, we'll be learning in the coming sessions where we get more information. But what you should be knowing is that Machu Picchu is located in Peru. It's also called as the lost city of the Incas. Finally, we have the Los Angeles shooting, which happened on the Lunar New Year, which is the New Year for Chinese. A gunman killed 10 people in this New Year celebration in Los Angeles. Let's conclude the session with a message. You are what you believe in. This message is from the Bhagavad Gita 17.3. Thank you. I hope it helps you in your preparation for CLAT and other competitive exams in the perspective of current affairs.